Hello fellows, and you are watching Programming Struggles. In today's episode we're gonna review my coding challenge. I got this task for a senior frontend position and they were paying 90k. Okay, so we're gonna build Connect 4 game. Here are the rules. On each turn a player can insert a coin in the board. A player wins if 4 of its own coins are ejected vertically or horizontally. No need to consider diagonal wins. Assignment. Please focus on meeting the basic requirements. We don't expect a full-featured game. The intention of the assignment is to allow you to demonstrate your experience with some technologies and to see how you structure the code. For the implementation, feel free to use whatever framework or library you like. Okay, so this is the game basically. Each player is putting the coin on the top of the board and it slides down. That's the logic. And whenever there are 4 that are touching each other, then this player wins. So in this case, the yellow player won the game. And in the normal game we can also have diagonal connections, but in our application we will skip this part because it's not required. Okay, so we will start with setting up the project. The way I like to do it is using the Create React app. This is basically called Starter Kit. I highly recommend using them either for hackathons or basically coding challenges, because it's way easier to just skip all the preparation and all configuration. Everything is configured here and the code has already really nice structure. So if you're not aware of this one, please check the link in the description. Okay, then let me explain your code. So this is the main component app where you're gonna render board. This is the way I like to do it. You slice all those components to smaller chunks, so it's more readable in the end. And everything must be really small to be easy to read. So in this function we have this make a move function, and as you can see here, it's really easy to see what's going on. So to make a move we need to add new disk. This disk will change the board state. This is the new board. This is the new state of the board. We are setting it up. After that we are checking the score, and this function basically tells us who's the winner. It could be the name, I guess, could be better, like check if there's a winner already. So after that either it sets up the winner or it passes the turn to next player. Quite intuitive. Here with this if we have just the winning statement, so it will show who's the winner, and this one is responsible for displaying all the titles, so basically for rendering those here. So Connect 4 field is just now component that is only displaying color based on the label that we're gonna provide. Okay, let's move forward. I will show you now the utils file. This is the file where I have all those helpers functions that I'm using in the board component. So here I destructed this logic to separate file for 2 reasons. First reason is it's just way easier and it's more readable to see what the function is doing by its name than just read the whole function and then understand what's going on. And the second reason is it's really easy to test it afterwards, because when the whole logic is separate we don't have to care about all the rendering that React does. We just are testing pure logic here. So there is nothing really fancy, no fancy libraries, we just have expect to equal the expected result. Okay, in general we are not gonna explain those functions here. I'm just gonna give you a few tips. So tip 1 is sometimes we need to use comments because it's much easier for us to read this text than understand what this condition or what all of those meant. Yeah, always try to have the function with a single purpose. So whenever you can extract something, let's say here count colors in the direction, you can extract this logic here. I would follow the general rule whenever the function is bigger than your screen. There is probably something that you can just extract and put somewhere else, so somebody, while you're reading it, they can see everything on one screen. Okay, so this is more or less the whole assignment, coding assignment. So let's recap the stuff that are really important here. So I definitely recommend using constant variables to set up some states, or basically replace all those number variables, because let's say here we are not able to see what's going on. It should be player.id or something like this. It's much easier to read it. You should try to make your code to be readable by non-technical person. I can say that they might have some clue what's going on here if they would just read it out loud. So that was the first part. Second part is, yeah, try to keep everything separate. Either if this is a board component here, and then we have this this component that is like super small, it just serves single purpose, just displaying data. Maybe in the future it will expand, so it's just nice and clean way to keep it this way. Remember to have those helper functions that I showed you, and always write some tests.
Hey, it's me. Normally the tasks for the senior frontend developer are a bit different. This one didn't require you to make any requests, and normally you have to make a request, handle data, responses or errors. In this case was more about checking out your logic, the way you think and how you approach problems. The most important part is defending your code afterwards, because they can ask you questions, why you did it this way, why you did it the other way, and it's always safe to ask somebody else to review your code. You can always send me your code and I can review it for you. So recently I created the coding challenges guide. You can check it in the description down there, and I described the types of companies that are existing and what can you expect from them, what type of coding challenges they might give you. Hey guys, that's the end. I'm glad that you watched that far. I hope you got some value from it. If you have any topics or suggestions to the channel, just write directly to me right in the comments. And yeah, subscribe and like this channel, the other channels as well, and see you around. Bye.